Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our BEEI training orientation. It is lovely to have so many of you on the call this morning. My name is Christy Swift, and I am very excited to be able to talk to you about the training that you need to do in phase 5. So we're going to spend the next hour together going through a few things on how to access the training, what training you need to do, how to use the WhatsApp bot, and answering the questions that you have. And I think that that's most important. So I can see that some of you have already raised your hands, and thank you so much for wanting to ask questions. So Stephen, I see your hand raised now as well. I'm going to ask you at the bottom of your screen, you will see something that says Q&A. So in this webinar, you won't be able to turn on your mic and you won't be able to turn on your camera, but you can type your question to us in the Q&A box. And you can see on the call, we've got Jen and Candy and Julie, and they're here to answer your questions. So Nobantu, I see that you've also raised your hands. Yimihle, I see that you've raised your hand. Please write your question in the Q&A box, and then we can answer the questions. So I'm going to get started now. As I said, we've got until midday together, and let's go through how to get onto the Teacher Connect and how to do the training. Now, in phase 5, all the assistants are being asked to complete the training by the end of July. So that's in about 2 weeks' time. So you've got about 2 weeks left to do all the training that you need to do. And then each month you're going to get a survey. So that survey is going to come to you through an SMS or through a WhatsApp, and you're going to be asked to finish the survey. So just a reminder, by the end of July, all the training needs to be completed. So that's at the end of the 31st of July, you need to do your training. And then also you're going to be asked to do a monthly survey. But it's not just the training and the survey that we want to get information from you about. You will also be able to access bi-monthly webinars. So there are 3 webinars towards the end of the phase, and we'll be sending you an invitation to those. There's also information about work readiness, how to build your CV, how to resolve conflict, and those kinds of things that you can find on Teacher Connect. There are also opportunities for as you go through the next phase of your working journey. So letters of participation, links to potential bursaries, links to funding opportunities, links to other training. All of this sits on Teacher Connect. Then there are FAQs. So FAQs are frequently asked questions. So these are questions just like yours that assistants have been asking since phase 1. And we've collected all of those questions and we've put them onto an FAQ document that you can access on Teacher Connect. And then there's also the live support. So there are people who are looking at those messages that you're sending on WhatsApp. And if you need help, they're there to help you. And then there's also our email address, and I'll show you that on the screen just now. So if you don't have that on hand, don't worry. But please maybe get a pen and a piece of paper whilst you hear me talking now, just doing a bit of an introduction so that you can write down the things that are important. Please, I know a lot of you are going to be asking questions around what kind of training you need to do, those kinds of questions. If you listen in to the webinar, we will be able to answer most of those questions. But if you need additional support or if there's something that you want us to repeat, please ask that in the Q&A. There'll be a section at the end of this call where I'll go through those questions and then I can answer that or I can repeat something if you need it repeated. So most of your questions should be answered in this call, but if they aren't, please put it in the Q&A and we will help you with that. So this call here, this call is not the training. This is to help you understand what training you need to do. So there is no certificate for this call. There's also no attendance register for this call. So I'm going to repeat that because I know that that's a question that a lot of you ask us every call. This is not the training session itself. This is to help you understand what training you need to do and then how to do the training. This call doesn't have a certificate and this call doesn't have an attendance register. So if you see some of your assistants on the line also asking those questions, you're welcome to remind them. This call there's no attendance register. This doesn't have a certificate, but this is there to help you. The other thing to remember is that every one of these sessions is the same. So yesterday we had one and tomorrow we had one, and we go through the same thing every single time. So if you've come to one and you already know how to register and you already know how to do the training, you don't have to come to all of them. But if you have questions, you can come to as many as you want to. So you keep coming back, but you get to decide if you want to come to one or if you want to come to as many as you want to. Every Tuesday at 2, every Wednesday at 11, and every Thursday at 2, we have these training sessions until the end of July. So you can attend as many of these as you would like to. And again, this is up to you to decide what help you need. This is just here to help you to register and to do your training. The links are with your district coordinators. So if you want the links for the training, please ask your district coordinator. Or if they don't have them, you can see there's an email address at the bottom of the screen there. It's BEEI@ecubed-DBE.org. So I know that there are a lot of letters in there. I'll just repeat that for you. It's BEEI@ecubed-DBE.org. So please write that down, make a note of it, take a screenshot or take a photo of it. This email address, you can send us an email and ask for the links. You can also send us an email if you have a general question. So if we are not addressing something in this call and you have a question that's outside of this call, just send us an email. We're very happy to support you. We want to know where you're getting stuck. We want to help you. So you're welcome to send us an email. When you send us an email, please give a little bit of detail about what your question is. So if you say help, then we don't know what help you need. Or if you say, I'm struggling, we don't know where you're struggling. So please give us information about what help you need and where you're struggling. And if you can, also include your mobile number, so your cell phone number, put your number in that email, then that helps us help you much quicker. Otherwise, we have to go and ask you, what help do you need? And then you come back and we say, what is your email address? What is your mobile number? So it just helps us be faster to help you with your questions if you give us all the information in one go. So as a reminder, you don't need to attend every webinar. You can come as many times as you want to and as many times as you have questions. So if you have questions and you wake up next week and you think, I've got a question, you're welcome to come and join us. We want to hear from you. We want to be able to answer your questions. But if you feel comfortable, if you feel confident that you know how to register and you know how to do your training, you don't have to attend the webinars. The webinars are here to help you. And then a reminder, there's no attendance certificate. So there's no register for this call. At the end of the call, there will be a survey. And so you'll see a survey. It'll ask you for your feedback on this. What other help do you need? Where are you from? And you're welcome to fill that in. It's not mandatory, but there is no attendance certificate for this webinar. So just a reminder that your camera and your mic will be off for the duration of the call. And if you need to ask questions, you will use the Q&A box. So on your screen, you'll see that there's a Q&A box. You're welcome to use that to ask any questions that you've got. So how do you start your training? So you start your training, and this number, you must please write this number down, save it as a contact on your phone, save it as Teacher Connect. You can see here it says Teacher Connect on the screen. So save this contact, Teacher Connect. This is the name of the WhatsApp bot. And then the number, I'm going to read it here on the screen, but it's here for you, 060 060 3333. So 060 060 3333. If you save that number as Teacher Connect on your phone, then you open up WhatsApp and you WhatsApp the word hi. So just as I started with the call saying hi, and the first thing you saw when you joined the call would probably have been the screen that said hi, we want you to say hi to us. And by saying hi, that is how you start your training. Now, if you have a QR code reader on your phone, you can snap the QR code that's on the screen, or you can take a screenshot of it for later. You can also use that to get in. And again, if you have any questions or any issues that we haven't answered on this call, but please pay attention. We should be able to answer most of your questions on this call. In that yellow circle on the bottom of the screen, that is our email address. So you are welcome to email us. Please let us know how we can help you. We're here to make sure that you get through the required training that you need to. And we only have about 2 weeks left to do the training. So please tell your friends who aren't on this call, who are assistants with you, about the training, that they need to do it by the end of July. Now, I've said to you that how you start the training is you say hi to the Teacher Connect number. So I'm going to play you a little bit of the video so you can see what that looks like. So here you can see there's a hand and there's a telephone. Now you can see what that looks like when we say hi. So you can see we're going to type in the word hi, press enter, and that is how you start your training. It is as easy as that. So save this number 060 060 3333 on your phone and send the word hi, and that is how you start your training. So there are some very important things that you need to remember when you do the registration. This is very important to get right, because if you fill in the right information here, everything is going to be easy going forward. If you fill the wrong information, it's going to be a little bit tricky. We have you covered though, we can help you, but it's best to get it right the first time. So when you do your registration, you need to have your name and your surname. So think about the one that you want in your certificate. So maybe your friends call you Charlie, but that's not your real name. Your real name is Tabiso. You want to make sure that you type in Tabiso on your registration. You also need your EMIS number. Now, an EMIS number is a number that every school has. So every school has a unique EMIS number. So an EMIS number that is for that school. Please, you must put the EMIS number in. On the system, we report back to the school which assistants have done the training. So if you don't put the EMIS number in, we cannot report to the school that you have done the training. So please, you must put your EMIS number in. If you don't know your EMIS number, ask your teacher mentor or your principal or your district coordinator, but then you can always email us. So that email address, the BEEI at Ecubed-DBE.org, and I'll show you on that screen a little later again. If you need help, please send us an email with your EMIS number and we can help you, but it is very important that you put the EMIS number in. You also need to choose the type of assistant. So are you a curriculum assistant? Are you a handy person? Are you sport and enrichment? You must tell us that, because that is going to tell you what training you must do. So many of you have questions. What training must I do? What training must I do? When you register and you put in your assistant type, we will tell you what training to do. So you don't have to worry. You must just register the right way. We also need your email address and, very important, your ID number. I know lots of assistants are not putting in their ID number. Later on, when you try and leave and when you leave, you get a letter saying you've been an assistant. If you don't put your ID number in, you won't be able to get that letter. So you must put your ID number in the registration. And then also, you must opt in. So I will tell you what that means. So when we say to you here on this WhatsApp bot, and we'll go through the registration together, I'll play the video and you can see an example of everything that I've just spoken about. In South Africa, there is a law called POPIA. And what that means is it's a set of guidelines around how everybody in the country needs to handle your data. So even though this WhatsApp bot is the DBE's WhatsApp bot, so it's not a third party, it doesn't belong to anybody else, it belongs to the Department of Education. Your data is not being sold to anybody, it's not being shared with anybody, it's just for the department. Even with the department, we must make sure that we align with the laws of South Africa. And so that says that if we want to send you a message, you need to say to us, yes, you can send me a message. If you say no, we can't send you a message. But if you say no, we won't be able to tell you about training or bursaries or anything else that's coming up. So we're asking you to please say yes, and then we can send you a message. I see Pamela and who else is there? You've raised your hands. Please put your questions in the Q&A box. We want to make sure that we can answer you. So it's Amihle, again, you've raised your hand. Put your question in the Q&A box. Pamela, put your question in the Q&A box. I'm now going to play the video to show you what it looks like when you register. So have a look at this video now. We'll do it together. So see hi that we looked at on the screen before. Then you get a message that says, welcome to Teacher Connect. So at the bottom, there's a button that says next. You click next. Now, remember I told you about the POPI Act and POPIA? So the laws of South Africa around how your data is managed. If you want to read that, here is the policy there. You can click on that and it'll open up. I'll show you what it looks like now. If you say no, you don't agree to the privacy policy, to the terms and conditions, you won't be able to do your training. You have to say yes to that question if you want to do your training. So you can see here, I went and I read it, and then I said, yes, I accept, and then it says it's great. If I said no, I won't be able to do the training. So I must say yes in order to do the training. Now you're going to start filling in information about you. So you see on the screen, and I've just paused it here to show you, at the bottom there's a little green thing. It says tap here and select. So you must push this one, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you push this one. Now, please, assistants. If you are an assistant, you must say BEEI assistant. You are not a teacher. You are not a principal. You are not a learner. You must say BEEI assistant. This is the first thing you need to choose. You are not other. You are all BEEI assistants. It's number one on the list. Please choose this one. So many assistants are thinking that they are teachers or principals. You are not. And I know sometimes we make mistakes. But please, assistants, please choose BEEI assistant. So you can see here I've selected BEEI assistant, and now I'm going to go through. Now it's going to ask me for my first name. Very important, write the proper name here. So you can see here this person, they've said that their name is Jane. So they write Jane. Don't put your surname here. Don't put your last name here. Just put your first name. If you have a middle name, put your middle name here. Otherwise, do not, just put your first name. Don't put your surname here. Don't say hi. Don't put anything else. Just put your name. Have a look here at the video and see what it looks like. So this person's got 2 names. They say that their name is Jane B. So they've put Jane B in there. Now you put your last name. So Jane has put Jane B and then Smith, because this is what Jane wants on her certificate. Okay. Now remember I said at this button here, please, you must say, yes, we can message you. This is where you get asked, can we message you? So please, if you want to know about bursaries, if you want to know about webinars, if you want to know about additional training, please say, yes, message me. So have a look here what it looks like when Jane says yes. Now we're going to choose the BEEI assistant. So the same way that you chose before, now we're going to choose here. This is where you can say, are you a curriculum assistant or a reading champion or care and support? You must choose the right one here so that you can get the right training. I will tell you about what training you need to do just now. So those of you who are answering those questions, just stay tuned. It's coming. So I've chosen my assistant. Now I'm going to put my EMIS number in. Now this EMIS number, don't copy this one. This one I'm just doing to test, just to show you what it looks like. Your EMIS number will not be with zeros. So put your EMIS number in. Now you want to put your email address in. So look, Jane's typing in her email address. Now it's going to ask the ID number. Now remember, the ID number is there to verify you against the list. And at the end of the phase, you get a letter that says that you've been a participant. If you don't put your ID number in, you can't get that letter. Please, you must put your ID number in. Right, so now Jane has registered. Now we are ready to begin. Okay, so this is the registration. Now we have registered, now we're ready to begin. But maybe you have been part of Teacher Connect before. Maybe you were a learner and you did the inclinations. Or maybe previously you were a teacher and you registered and now you're a teaching assistant and you need to do that. Now you need to change. If you have been part of Teacher Connect before, you need to reset your profile. This is how you reset your profile. You type in this word, see there on the screen, Teacher Connect Clear. Make sure that there are no spaces. Make sure that you check your spelling. Teacher Connect Clear. No spaces, check your spelling. Then you wait until you get the message. And then you type in hi again, and then you can carry on. I'm going to show you what that looks like on the video. If you are doing something and you think, oh, I'm confused, I don't know where I am, I need to reset my profile. Before you type in Teacher Connect Clear, just wait half an hour. Wait 30 minutes, and then you can type in Teacher Connect Clear again. But if you need any help, email us at our email address, and I'll show you what that's like, what that looks like on the screen again. I can see Kanya, you and some others have raised your hands. Please, your camera and your mic will be off. Put your questions into the Q&A box and we will respond to you just now. But have a look on this video. So if you need to reset your profile, if you made a mistake, maybe you chose teacher, or maybe you chose learner, or maybe you're part of Teacher Connect from before, you need to reset your profile. So you type in the word Teacher Connect Clear, and then you wait for the response. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So you can see in this video, so there have been some information before, but now I think, oh, I need to register again. So let me type in Teacher Connect Clear. You see it's one word. I'm checking my space, my spelling, so I'm doing it slowly. And you wait. Now it says your profile has been reset. So you must just wait there. Now, another thing on the video, you see here it says 14:09. So it was 2:10 in the afternoon. I need to wait at least half an hour from this last message to type in this Teacher Connect Clear. So you can see that I did it at 9 o'clock the next morning. But if it was 14:10 and I typed in Teacher Connect Clear, it's not going to work. You're going to get an oops, you're stuck. Oops, we don't know what's going on. You must wait at least 30 minutes. It can be more than 30 minutes, but it can't be less than 30 minutes. So you must wait between this message and this message here, half an hour. Then you type in Teacher Connect Clear, and then you wait until you get this one. Your profile has been reset. Once you get that message, now you can type in hi, and then you start right at the beginning again, and you do the registration again. Okay, so this is if you have been part of Teacher Connect from the previous phase, or if maybe you made a mistake in the registration and you need to do it again, this is how you do that. Another thing that you might need help with when you register is maybe you first thought that you were a teacher, a curriculum assistant, and then you realize actually, no, you're an ECADer. So when you registered, you had to choose one. So maybe you chose the wrong one. And now you think, oh, how do I change my role? So slightly different to resetting the profile. This is if you just want to change your assistant type. I'm going to show you now how to do it. So you need to look at the video on the screen that I'm going to play now, and it's going to show you how to change your role. Also, maybe some assistants are two types of assistants. So some assistants are curriculum assistants and also reading champions. So you would choose curriculum assistant, you would do all of your training, then you go back and change your role, and then you do reading champions training. So this is going to be very helpful for you if you have two jobs, or if you're two types of assistants, or maybe you made a mistake when you were choosing. So you can see here, I put in the word hi. It says, hi, Jane B. Now we're going to tap here. This is your menu. So every time you type in hi after you have registered, you'll see a menu like this. I'm going to show you how to change your role. So we're going to push play here. Okay. It's as easy as that. Who can see? Training, work readiness, efficacy. Oh, here we go. Change my role. The second one from the bottom. So if you need to change your role, you must look for this one on the menu saying change my role. Okay. And that's how then you click there, and then let's see what we need to do. So I said, yes, I want to change my role. Now it says, okay, choose the assistant. Now you want to choose the new role. So now I'm going to choose I'm a handy person. And that is how easy it is. So if you need to change your role, you type in hi, go to the menu, you choose change role, and then you choose your role. Very simple. Okay, so those of you who have just joined the call, maybe you want a refresher of what is the telephone number that you need to put in to WhatsApp us. It's as simple as this. You type in the word hi, so you can see there on the video, I've just done that, to 060 060 3333, or you can take a picture of this QR code. And if you get stuck, here's our email address. Okay. So a reminder that your camera and your mic will be off. If you want to ask a question, please put it in the Q&A box. Now we get to the training. So once you've registered and you've put your assistant type in, you will get the module that is related to your assistant type. So this is why it's so important to get the registration right. You only need to complete the list that's shared with you. So if there's training that's on the platform and there's training that's off the platform, like NSF and Kitso, those links are there. So you can see here on this video, I'm just going to pause it now. I said hi, I said yes, I'm ready to start. It says, according to our records, you're a curriculum assistant, and it tells me, this is all the training that I need. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be asking what training is for me, what training is for me, what training is for me. Don't worry, we're going to get through that now. So if you're thinking like what training is for this type or that type of assistant, have a look. We're going to get to that right now. And I'm going to show you the video, and then we can see how to do the training together. You only need to complete the training that's in the list. Okay. So the training that's available: orientation, care and support, curriculum, handy persons, reading champion, Kitso, NSSF. That is the training that's available. The training that is coming, and please, we are trying as hard as possible to get the training ready. We also don't know all the dates. But sport and enrichment, workshop assistant, laboratory assistant, and Ecubed-DBE, those ones are coming in the next 2 weeks. We will send you a message when it's ready so that you can do it. That's why it's important when you do the registration, you must say, yes, message me. Then we can tell you, okay, Kanya, workshop assistant is ready. Okay, now let's have a look at this. And I'm going to play this video just now so we can do this together. Curriculum assistance. This is the training that you need to do. You need to do orientation. You need to do the digital literacy, that's KITSO. There's a link there that's in the bot. You'll see it now. You need to do foundation phase, intermediate, and FET. Even if you are FET, you must also do intermediate and senior phase and foundation. So all curriculum has to do all three as curriculum training. You must also do introduction to project-based learning. So curriculum assistance, you have the most training to do at this point. Reading champions, you need to do orientation, digital literacy, so that's KITSO, NSF, and reading champions training. Care and support, you need to do orientation, KITSO, care and support, and NSSF. Do you see a pattern here? Everybody must do orientation. Everybody must do KITSO, the digital literacy, and everybody must do NSSF. Handy persons, you need to do orientation, digital literacy, that's the KITSO training, NSSF, and handy persons training. So that's the training that you must do as handy persons. Ecubed-DBE, you need to do orientation. So everybody must do orientation. Everybody must do KITSO, that digital literacy. Everybody must do NSSF. And Ecubed-DBE, there's some more training for you coming this week or next week. So please do the training, say yes, message me, and we will send you a message when the training is ready, but it's coming soon. Laboratory assistance, please, you must do orientation, digital literacy, that's KITSO, NSSF, and then the workshop training is also coming soon. Sorry, the laboratory assistant training is coming soon. So you can see some training is ready, and some training, when you say yes, message me, then we'll send you a message and tell you when it's ready. Workshop assistance, please, orientation, digital literacy, that's the KITSO training, NSSF, as we spoke about, so everybody, orientation, KITSO, NSSF. I hope that you all can hear how I'm saying this at the same time. So everybody must do orientation. Everybody must do the digital literacy, the KITSO training, and everybody must do NSSF. And then for you workshop assistants, the same as laboratory assistants, your training is coming soon. So please, when you register, say yes, you can message me, and then we can send you the link to do the training. Sport and enrichment, exactly the same. You need to do, if you could put your mic on, I know you would all say orientation. And then you all need to do what? KITSO, yes. And then you all need to do what? NSSF, yes, thank you, well done. And then your sport and enrichment training is coming now. So everybody, again, we all do orientation. We all do digital literacy. We all do NSSF. Yes, that is right. And then if there's other training, then that's there for you. But I'm going to play now this video, and you can see what does it look like. So let's push play here. So now it says, you look like you're a curriculum assistant. I'm going to say, cool, I know I have to do orientation. So I'm going to click orientation. All right, are we ready? So it says, well done on being selected, and well done to everybody here. We've got nearly 500 assistants on this call. Amazing that you are all part of phase 5. Well done. So I'm going to say, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. This tells you orientation gives you the foundation of what the BEEI program is. So here it says, why does this program matter? Why is BEEI important? Now, you will all do the orientation because everybody must do orientation, but we're just going to go through this lesson together. In orientation, there are 5 lessons. So you must complete all 5 lessons. Today in this call, we're going to look at lesson 1 together. So we'll look at it together, but you must go on your own and you must finish all the lessons. But why is this program important? Why are you important? This is important for you to get work experience. So you can then, on your CV, you all have amazing skills. That's why you are here. Each and every one of you have amazing skills. That's why you're part of phase 5. But now you have skills and work experience. So these next 6 months are for you to get work experience that you can put on your CV. You can also build additional skills. So almost every week, there's new training that's coming. So please just keep coming back, click on that training button. You'll see that there's new training coming almost every week. There's training around AI, there's training around management, there's training around teaching, or in training around entrepreneurship. Please just keep coming back. So you'll be able to get additional skills. And also you guys have the opportunity to make a real impact in the classrooms. So this is what is important about the BEEI program. So now I've read that, I'm going to click next. Also important, when you go through this training, have a notebook next to you, a piece of paper, pen, something that you can make a note of any questions that come up, any thoughts that you have, anything that you might want to look at later, come back to, or something that you need to go and look in FAQs for. Write it down. Or maybe it's not something that you want to write. Maybe you want to draw a picture. Maybe you want to do a mind map. But do an active participation in the training. Don't just read through and go next, 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 next. That's not going to be helpful for you. Because in this training, it'll tell you what are your responsibilities? What are the expectations of you? What can you expect of other people? It talks about leave. It talks about payment. So please, when you go through the orientation and all of the training, think about what does this mean for you? How can you make the best of this opportunity? And what questions do you have? What support do you need? What do you want to access? What do you want to learn about? What do you want to do? Write these things down in the notebook as you go through the training. Now you see there, I've read through this, I'm thinking about it, I've got my notebook here, I've got my pen here. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm ready to start lesson 1. So I'm going to click start lesson 1. So in this, as I said, you'll learn about your job profile, your roles and responsibilities, your skills and qualities. So maybe you think to yourself, I don't know why I'm here. I'll tell you why you're here. You've got these skills and you've got these qualities, and we'll show you why. So there are 2 main assistant categories. There are EAs and there are GSAs. So if you are an EA, you are either a reading champion or Ecubed-DBE or curriculum or care and support or laboratory or workshop assistant. If you are a GSA, you are either sport and enrichment or you are a handy person. GSAs and EAs together make up the program. One is not more important than the other. Both of you are equally important and you have a key role in supporting our schools. Without one of you, the schools will fall down. So we need both EAs and GSAs to make an impact in our school. So once I've read that, I'm going to click next. Now, reading champions. So if you think to yourself, what do I need to do? In the orientation training, it'll tell you. So reading champions, you need to help set up reading clubs and corners. ECADers, you need to support teachers and learners with ICT skills. Curriculum assistants, you are there to help assist with lesson preparation and worksheets. Care and support, you are there to help with after-school activities and homework. So in the orientation, they'll tell you what are your main responsibilities. Why are you there? So laboratory assistants, you are there to help set up lab safety and help clean up after lessons. And workshop assistants, you're there to help maintain machines and manage workshop safety. But also think about this. When you look at your responsibilities, When you're writing your CV for the next step in your working journey, and you think, oh, what did I do as part of phase 5? You can go back here and you copy this and you say, okay, I learned how to do this, 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 this. So there are two ways to think about this. The one is it helps you. What do I need to do as part of phase 5? What do my other assistants need to do? But also it helps you think, well, how do I use this information to help me write a good CV for my next opportunity? So now we're going to click next because I've read through the EAs. Now I'm going to go look at GAs, the GSAs. So as sport and enrichment, you are there to help support after-school programs and art activities. You're also there handy persons. You are there to support and maintain gardens and the ground. So if you're thinking about what do you need to do and what else do you need, what do your other assistants need to do, it's all there in the orientation. Another thing that's really important is when you're thinking about these other skills that we're doing. So how do you become a good communicator? So when you write your CV, you can say, I'm good at communication. I can adapt. I'm flexible. I'm good when situations change. I'm reliable. I can solve problems. I'm good with the teams. These are things that you can write in your CV, but also for you to learn in the next 6 months. Because not everybody is naturally good at communication. Not everybody is naturally confident. Don't worry. This is the time for you to practice. So practice how to be a good communicator. Practice how to be adaptable. We know that things will change every day. Things change every day. We don't know from one day to the next. Sometimes things happen we can't control, but how do we respond to that? But can we adapt? Are we flexible? Are you reliable? Do you arrive at work on time? When somebody says to you, please, can you do something? Do you say yes, no problem? Or do you say, well, not my job? These are things that you can learn, and also very important things that the teachers are looking for and that your future employees will look for. So if I've read through that, my skills and qualities, now I'm going to click next. You can see I'm reading through this. I want to make sure that I've got everything. Now this tells you about the specific skills that you have. So remember I said to you, each one of you have a set of skills. That's why you are here. You have skills already. You are incredible. Now you want to know what are those skills that I have. On the screen, you will see there's a list. Reading champions, they have fluency in English. EK, they have tech skills. Care and assistants have a background in social work. Sports assistants are interested in sports, arts, and culture. Handy persons, lab, workshop assistants, all the things that you already have are there. Now, at the end of every lesson, there is a quiz. So make sure that you're looking through the content, writing it down. There's a quiz at the end of every lesson. And after the lesson, you'll see there I've said, yeah, are you ready for lesson 2? Yes. Now, there are 5 lessons in this orientation training. At the end of every lesson, in the system, we save the progress. So we make sure that if something happens, like you need to make a phone call or something, that you can come back and start. So you don't have to start at the beginning. But it's 1 minute. It's 1 minute to take a pause, 1 minute to think about what you're doing. But don't do anything. Just don't type anything. Just sit there and read this message. You can see here. Then the next message came up. You didn't have to do anything. And now you can carry on with the training. So that is how you do the training for orientation, and all of the other training looks exactly like that. I'm going to pause there for just a moment. I'm going to look at the Q&A now, but just a reminder, please, that all training needs to be done by the end of July. And when there's a new course, we will send you a message. So it's either going to be an SMS or a WhatsApp saying to you, hey, there's new training available. Go and have a look at it. Okay. So let me just go through this. I'm not sure we'll have time to do that today. I'm going to pause on this screen whilst I look at the questions. So let's see if there are any questions that we can answer here for you. Okay, so Nopelo, you've said, can you show on the screen how to do digital literacy? Nopelo, I don't have that with me, but on the screen in your message, you'll see that there's a link. There's a link to the keto training. So just click on that link that's in the WhatsApp bot, and then you'll be able to do it. So you see here on the screen, I just clicked on a link and it opened. That's how you will do the digital literacy. Jen, I don't know if you wouldn't mind just popping to Nomopelo the link for Kitso so that she can have a look at it. Then Asitandile, you've said, as an e-cater, I must have 2 certificates, which is orientation and digital. So what you need is orientation, digital literacy, so the Kitso link that we just spoke about, and then NSSF. So you would need to do 3 certificates. But Asitandile, please, I hope you opted in because there's more e-cater training that's going to come from next week, and we want to tell you. So if you didn't say yes, message me. You need to go back into the bot next week and you need to look for training, and you just need to keep looking. Ben Sindiswe, you've said, can I have online safety training link for sport and enrichment? So that's the keto link. I think, Jen, if you wouldn't mind just popping that through. But Sindiswe, it is in the bot. So if you go and finish your orientation training, you go and you click on training, the link is there in the bot. So we can give it to you now, but Sindiswe, it is in the bot there. You just need to go to training. Sorry, that's Sindisiwe. And then Sindiswe, you've asked another question. What can you do if you want to start afresh on the WhatsApp group of Teacher Connect? I've made a mistake. It's a very good question. I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to go back to where I put that on the screen, and then you can have a look. Let's just go back. Go back. You're going to have to do reset your profile. So we're going to go right. There we go. So Sandisiwa, if you want to start again, this is what you do. You type in this Teacher Connect clear. Okay. So it's not going to play the video. Hold on. Let me do it again. Go back again. Let's go here. There we go. So you type in Teacher Connect clear. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Make sure that there are no spaces. And then you wait. So you can see here on the screen, I'm putting in the video here. I'm typing slowly. I want to make sure that I spelled it right. Then you wait. And then it says your profile has been reset. And then you type in hi. So that is if you want to. If you've made a mistake in your registration, this is how you can update it. So here, Teacher Connect clear. Wait until you get the message. And then you go. Mbalenhle, I'm not sure why it doesn't appear on your WhatsApp. Maybe, Mbalenhle, can you send us an email? So send an email to that BEEI. Let me go and put it on the screen. Let's put it on the screen here. And then you can see this email in the yellow circle. Send us a screenshot. I'm not sure. Maybe just double check how you saved the contact. So Teacher Connect is 060 060 3333. Just check how if you save the contact. But if you can't fix it, then send us an email and we can help you there. McKeon says on sorry, McKeon, your that question's already been answered. So Mabelenhle, we've answered your question. That's fine. Ndimpiwe, I've done training on e-cater and received 1 certificate. Do I have to continue doing certificate again? So if you've done e-cater there and you've done orientation, then what you need to do, I think everybody can tell you, you need to do NSSF, and then you need to do Kitso. So Ndimpiwe, those are the other trainings that you need to do for e-cater. But I think you heard me just now, there's more training next week. And then you can go and do the more e-cater training. So Nikolai, you don't receive any messages from WhatsApp. We haven't sent any messages yet. But if there's something that you're specifically concerned about, Nikolai, please pop us an email so that we can help you. Then maybe we can see if there's a specific message that you want. but we haven't sent any messages yet. We will start sending messages. So some people will have sent from yesterday. So some people who didn't do the training for or put the EMIS number in, we've sent them messages. Bongeka, thank you. You are welcome. We are very grateful that you are here with us today. We're grateful that you've spent the last hour with us. We do have a few minutes left, so we've got about 8 more minutes. Please, if there's anything that you guys want us to go through again, so maybe there was something that we missed, if you want us to go through again, we can do it. So Nikolai, you're asking a question about the Ecubed training that you, okay, yes, Nikolai, you're right. You're asking a question. We haven't sent you the message yet for the Ecubed training. We will send it to you maybe next week, maybe the week after, but we will send it to you. Tandeka, you've asked a question about NSSF as care of support. So I think everybody will be able to answer this one. What do we need to do? Everybody must do orientation. Everybody must do KITSO. Everybody must do NSSF. Nikolai, you are welcome. Senamile, yes. It's just KITSO and NSSF that are off platform. The rest are in Teacher Connect. Some Ecubed Senamile will also be off platform. So I guess it just depends mostly on your type of assistant. But yes, KITSO and NSSF are off platform. The rest of the questions are on the platform. Look, Kolo, you've asked, how do you register as a new assistant? So I'm glad you asked this question. Do you see on the screen now? It says WhatsApp the word hi. So you see the video, it says hi. And that is how you register. So there's some things that you need to know when you do the registration: your name, your surname, your EMIS number, your address, your ID number. So I'm going to play this video now and I'm going to answer some of the other questions. So Noxolo, just please look at the rest of the video whilst I answer the other questions. So there's a question from Realme. I know that that's your phone. What should I do when I've completed 2 certificates? It depends on what type of assistant you are. I would say go to the training, have a look and see if there's any other training that you need to do, or maybe go and play and see, is there something that you want to learn about work readiness? Go and click on all the other buttons. So go through the WhatsApp bot and read about the contact that's there. So Joe Will, you've asked a question here. It says, what if I couldn't connect yesterday to do orientation or didn't have data? Can I do yesterday's today? So Joe Will, this call, this is not the training. The WhatsApp is the training. So you don't have to come to this call. You can come as many times as you need to, but you don't have to come more than once. So the training on WhatsApp is available any time of the day, of the night. You can go back to it. You just type in that word hi. And I hope that that helps. Otherwise, if you need more help, email us. We're happy just to see on a case-by-case basis what needs to be done. Aviwe, you said, can you show on the screen what do we choose after entering the ID number? So I think I've just shown that here on this video. Let's have a little look. I'll go back a little bit and then you can see. So this is privacy policy. I'm just reading that privacy policy. We can have a look. Guys, we've got 5 more minutes. So please, if there's anything else that you need, just have a look. But Aviwe, let's look together. So you can see I said, yes, I accept the privacy policy. Now I'm going to choose what am I and what are we? We are BEEI assistants. That is what we are. We choose this one. Then we go next. Now you put in your first name and your middle name if you want to, but don't put in your surname. This is not where you put your last name. You must wait for the last name. Let's see, this is Jane B. And you can have a look. Now we put our last name in. So she's going to say her last name is Smith. Okay, now I'm going to say, yes, please message me. Why? So that they can tell me when there's new training. You can tell me when there's webinars. You can tell me when there's bursary opportunities. Say yes. Now I'm going to choose my assistant role. You can see here what I'm going to choose. Curriculum assistant. Okay. Now I'm going to put my EMIS number in. So type in the EMIS number. This is just a test number. So don't put this number in. This one is not the right one. You must put your EMIS number in. And then you put your email address. So you type that in. So we say Jane. So we have a look at that. Now you put your ID number in. So I hope that this is helping you. You can see I've just put in the ID number like this. This is not a right ID number, obviously. Please, you must put your ID number in. It will help you get the letter at the end. And now this is where you choose what type of assistant you are. So this is your question. There you go. Now you're going to choose what I'm going to do today. Sorry. Now I'm going to do some training. So that's what happens after the ID. So you can do your training. Joe Will, you are welcome. I'm so glad you came today. Thank you. Sanele, you said you're an assistant in phase 4. How do you register as Ecubed-DBE again? You need to reset your profile. So this is how you reset your profile. You must type in this word Teacher Connect Clear. When you have done that, you wait until you get the message back that says your profile has been reset, and then you register again. So watch this video here. You can see I'm typing it very carefully, no spaces, spelling it the right way. I'm going slowly so that I make sure that I get the right words. Then I wait. Then it says your profile has been reset. And now I type in hi. And that is how you can clear your profile. Okay. Llewellyn, I think perhaps you need to join another webinar. We have gone through how to get the certificates a few times. We don't have a lot of time left today. We've only got 2 minutes. So please, Luala, if you want to, I'm going to go to, this is the number here on the screen. You must send the word hi to this number. You can watch the video whilst I play or speak to the rest of the questions. But come back tomorrow or another one if you need more help. And Tumaleng, you are looking at what training for curriculum assistant. Go to the WhatsApp bot. You will see what training is needing to be done. And in Tumaleng, you're asking, how will you be able to know of the other training? So that's when you want to say, yes, message me, because we will send you a message. Or just come back to the bot. Just come back, go hi, click on training, and see, is there another training that you need to do? McKeon, I don't know, Jen or Candy, maybe you can just give McKeon the help number for Digify Africa. Otherwise, McKeon, please send an email to us. It's in that little yellow circle and we can help you. Zico, we have already answered your question. So you know the answer to your question. How many certificates should you complete? Go and do the registration and it will tell you. So McKeon, here is the details for Teacher Connect. And then Mbakazi, you are the last question that I am going to answer today. Yes, it is possible to be both curriculum assistant and reading champion. Send us an email or join us tomorrow and we will show you how. But that is it for today. We are out of time. I can't believe how quickly an hour has gone. We've answered 205 questions today. So thank you so much for all your questions. You guys are amazing. I hope you have the best day. And if you need us, we are here. Otherwise, there's no need for you to come back if you know what you're doing. But if you need help, we are here every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, and we are happy to answer your questions. Okay, so there's going to be a survey now that will be shared with you when I close the call. So as I close the call, you'll see that there's a survey. Otherwise, I really hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you again to everybody, and I wish you a wonderful